Hi, I'm Lisa, Love and Marriage Guide, and today I'd like to share with you 3 ways to stop an argument. So, I have had lots of experience with arguments, um, and in my relationship, I tended to be at first the withdrawer. I would just walk away and go by myself to my room, try to figure out what was going on with me. And then one day my partner came after me and that was interesting. After that, I wanted to talk it out with him. But then he became the withdrawer and I became the pursuer. And so pursuers tend to criticize, blame, nag, ask a lot of questions, and or tend to be anxious. And withdrawers either dismiss, shut down, minimize, defend, walk away. So neither one of those works. I'm sure you probably all know that. And I remember the time that we broke that cycle, my husband and I. I had been learning how to do emotionally focused couples therapy developed by Sue Johnson. And it was really working with all of my clients. I could see it working and people were happy. They were really starting to get the relationship that they wanted. And my husband and I kept having the same argument over and over and over again. And it was really frustrating. I felt like such a fraud because here I am helping other people with their relationships and we're still having the same argument over and over again. So we ended up going for emotionally focused couples therapy. And it was very helpful. So I remember the first time that we started to get into an argument and I started to get really anxious and I started to talk to him a little bit more like faster and started to escalate my tone a little bit. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, he's going to walk away. And I didn't even realize I was thinking that until he stayed instead of walking away. And he just got really curious and he started asking me questions about what was happening for me and what I was experiencing. And I just had such a reaction in my body where my body just completely calmed down. It was amazing. Like I could just feel everything in my body calming down. Like somebody was finally there for me. They weren't going to run away because that was my experience. When I got a little anxious, people would leave. And so I felt like nobody was going to be there for me. And it made me really scared. And so when he actually showed up and stayed with me, that made like a huge difference in our relationship. So the 3 ways that you can stop an argument, it depends on whether you're a pursuer or a withdrawer, but basically, if you stay and get curious about your partner, because I think what happens a lot of times is we get defensive and we start feeling like they're mad at us and we have to defend ourselves. But if you don't make it about yourself and you make it more about your partner and you just try to get curious, that can really help. So another thing that you can do is, I forgot what I wrote on my list. You can blame it on something else. You can blame it on, in EFT, you name your negative cycle or the argument you keep having over and over again, and you blame it on that. So, I mean, other things that you can blame it on are your ego. And, I remember the last one now. So it was changing your perspective, because a lot of the times when we get into these arguments, we're seeing it one way and we're having a hard time seeing it another way. But even if we just like walk to a different part of the room and just ask God, your spirit guides, the universe, your higher self, just ask to see it differently. And you should be able to do that. If you wait and you really believe that, that will happen for you. Okay, I have to end here. Thanks.